Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Eric Foster, and this is Lunenburg Public Access Cable News for May 8th, 2020. In town news, preparations have been ongoing for Lunenburg's Memorial Day celebration, which will air on this station and multiple social media outlets. Contributors from across our town have come together to share their time and talents to honor and pay respect to those who've sacrificed so much for our way of life. Watch the premiere of the celebration on Memorial Day. There are no holidays to delay the pickup of trash and recycling this week, so make sure to get your trash out on time. In school news, at the recommendation of high school principal Robert McGrath and the endorsement of Superintendent Dr. Kate Burnham, the Lunenburg School Committee has voted to move the Lunenburg High School commencement ceremony to Saturday, August 1st, which I'm sure pleases many seniors and their families. We'll be watching this story for further developments and will update with times accordingly. Earlier in the month, Governor Charlie Baker decreed May 1st as School Lunch Hero Day. Some students from Turkey Hill Elementary School submitted artwork celebrating their school lunch heroes. There were lots of creative entries, including a lunch lady Jedi, all the way to food-serving Caped Crusaders. It's nice to see these workers have such a positive impact on our children. May 1st has also been designated as National Principals Day, and May 5th was proclaimed as Teacher Appreciation Week as well. You can view the entire art slideshow at lunenburgschools.net. Keeping with the theme that we're all in this together, local businesses need your support now more than ever. The Lunenburg Business Association is compiling a list of all open businesses in town, which include everything from restaurants to nurseries to help with your Zoom meetings. The list contains contact information, updated business hours, products available, and rules or exceptions put in place to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. Visit LunenburgBusinessAssociation.com for the complete list of businesses participating. And for our main story tonight, Governor Baker's face mask mandate. On the morning of the 6th, I went to Hannaford's and Walmart in Lunenburg to see if they were enforcing the governor's new face mask mandate. I was delighted to find that Walmart had not one, but 2 points of enforcement going into the building. During my walkthrough, I didn't see a single unmasked person. All employees were also wearing face masks, which is what I completely expected. I found that Hannaford's didn't require masks for entry. The Hannaford's website simply requests that customers please wear face masks. When asked about the masks, the store manager said he wouldn't challenge customers without masks. During my walkthrough of the store, I didn't encounter a single customer without a face mask. However, I did see a few noses poking through and one non-masked employee. On Facebook, I was seeking opinions regarding the face mask policy, and being Facebook, I surely wasn't disappointed. There were plenty of pro-mask posts and con-mask posts. Some of the ones that stuck out were, I'm old enough to remember when wearing of safety belts in cars became law. I grew up not buckling up and it took a while to get used to it, but the fact is that it saves lives. That's why we have public health policies. And slightly fewer, but more strongly worded, anti-face mask posts. I don't believe in seatbelt laws, helmet laws, or any other restrictive form of government. If you cannot educate people, you have to let them live their own lives and learn their own lessons. He follows that up with, your views cannot justify removing another person's freedoms. Such as the freedom to live, perhaps? You can certainly affect someone else that way. The poster goes on to say, restricting the movement of others based on personal concern is not a public safety issue, it's a control issue. This seems to be the crux of the debate, and the reason armed militia are protesting the wearing of masks. People simply don't like being told what to do. But the incontrovertible fact is that wearing face masks and social distancing has been proven to save lives. Wearing a mask has nothing to do with you. It involves the people that you come in contact with. So let's discuss enforcement for a moment. I obtained a public document titled COVID-19, Law Enforcement Guidance, Masks and Face Coverings FAQ, which was issued by the Massachusetts Office of the Attorney General and the Massachusetts Chiefs of Police Association. Paragraph on the 4th page of this document is a real head-scratcher. The department states, the Department of Public Health, local boards of health, and authorized agents remain the enforcement authorities regarding the face mask mandate. Law enforcement has only a support role if called upon to enforce the order. Now this seems completely backwards to me. If a merchant has a problem, they'll more than likely call the police, which we just established are not the enforcement authorities regarding this mandate. So, after establishing that the police can't do anything, the document then suggests the officer determine whether an exception to the face mask policy applies. Determining whether an exception applies skirts along various privacy laws, and the document then goes on to state that officers should not follow up with a request for documentation to substantiate any exception. This is a very awkward position to put a police officer in, since they are technically not even the enforcement agents for this mandate. Since the Board of Health is the enforcing agent, I contacted the local Board of Health and was directed to Jim Gareffi, who has yet to return either of my telephone calls to his office. I wanted to know if there was actually a Board of Health agent in the field available for enforcement, and if they had reached out to the police or local businesses to coordinate how to deal with infractions and navigate loopholes. I haven't heard from him. I'm sure he's very busy, but I'll let you know the answers when he returns my calls. I understand this is an unprecedented event, and it requires extraordinary measures. The announcement of the face mask policy was made on May 1st, to be enforced on May 6th. That's only 5 days to implement this relatively complex policy. Did the state have a plan implementing this policy in 5 days? We trust in the government to know what they're doing, and in this document, that's simply not clear. There are many resources here in town for free and low-cost masks if you're in need, and I recommend checking out Facebook for more information on where to find them. Fortunately, the real-life answers are to be kind and considerate neighbors. If we're truly in this together, then it's up to us to watch out for each other. So if you see someone without a face mask, maybe hand them one. We're talking about a face mask here, not backpacks. It's generally not a chore or an inconvenience to wear a face mask. And if you're an anti-face masker, you have to think about your family, your friends, and your neighbors. You've got to ask yourself if their lives are worth any offense that you might feel towards this public health mandate. Are their lives worth the inconvenience of wearing a mask? That concludes the news for this week. I'd like to end the newscast the exact same way we opened it, on a positive note. Lunenburg has its own Ghostbuster looking out for us. He was out spreading cheer, and he's worth a share. Thanks, Mr. Ghostbuster. I'm sure you've earned a few smiles. Stay safe. Until next time, my name is Eric Foster. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.